Era One Radio. Yedin Kosuana ti Era One Radio. Empenyini say. Yensumana.
Nebusiafo. Let's share bio. Yeah. And now Bible semi ni na etwetwe nkomo ka bibi fa diabetes ho. Na enenso ye betwa so. Na mpese mbo mo kaye diabetes no ma na ye kenkan ho asem no. Se betimi de aboye ho ban. Ye ka say diabetes ye yare bi a adults bebree wo ekura etimo America ni wiase mfana nyina nkofo bebree wo ho amunya diabetes ya diabetes ye beka no ekasa mu ye twi kasa mu se esichire yare na enoma bi wo ho a emayen putting at risk ana say broni beka say put you at risk ana say bini beka say ene na ema say eyese yare no so anhwe ohu yie no an yu hu afisa no man hu a ebetime mo asime nya saa yare ye kan say no many bi ne say ye say ye before eta inya diabetes be seen your friends and ethnicities bebree na nso no kra ne to saa na ebi wo ma abusuafo bi wo ma na bi wa enam yentri no mu ana say because say genetics mo uye no to nchen a enoma bi wo ho a ye betima ya aboa ye ho emu de di kan kese ne say yenye kese mbroso bebree boni beka say obesity ntina setimi checking in weight ekwan bi ebetimi de aboa ya checking in weight na eboa ya ma yetimi tue ho free diabetes ho je tosumi no say nyese obesity nko a aduane a yedie ho hia yie yehu say ye yire ho na yi edi more vegetables ni fruits na no timi boa yen tue ho free diabetes ho wo kwan bebree ho etimi hu nso task course hu biom say exercise bebree ne yetintin ya pom a eno boa yen wo kwan bebree so ma yetimi atwe ho free diabetes so ena yesa nso sua biom so say yenda yeda no yeda bro so a enye yanda bebree yanda nso ama na ensi pe say esi pe na se de yakopon hye say etimi da na eno nso timi ma yetimi at risk into no ye mpense mu aba say bi a o timi da be 7 to 8 hours anadwo bi a eboa iye ena afen so yehu enoma bebree ka ho ye friend say ehun hia say ye be ko agogo hu ye doctor ana say ye apomye therefore amomasua doctor Agyeman munim metima checking every year bia say wo ho ne kona ye checking ye moja ye checking pressure ye checking no bebree na say saa no mo ye betimi ahunu say bia say ampanyin kura say bia ye benya diarrhea no kura ye behunu ne ntem ye timi de aboy ho ban because wo hunu ntem a na betimi aye no ma bia ana betimi nya treatment bia betimi aboa wa be prevent wanya untimi nya complications and say complications na ehun hia yie na ka complications no asem say ye can say they di kan etimi ma yetimi obi onya diabetes a wan hwe ne yie and sugar ne tabia na woso no sichie no woso no etimi affect nani etimi ye kra bo se na ohun ade biom ye sa ka biom say etimi affecting in kidneys boa yen ma eyi anima boni free emojam no etimi affect kidneys and to bon say anye yi a na afi na nipa kon kra okakọ ehia say obeye dialysis ntiani ye no menu etimi cause na nya no nko a ye sanso hu say diabetes therefore si ambo ye ho ban a etimi ema yetimi ye intini na ye de inya feeling when ye nan mu no eno nso timi yi free ho no yi free ho sa na say de be koso ne say online no untimi nya feeling untimi nya obi bibi yewa untimi nya your friends sensation no intino ebinum betime wiase no na ebi a your friends emanya kuro bi wo na na ese kotwa mo nan enso hono ma yetimi nya heart attack and etimi ma yesa nya stroke intina ehun hia yie se enoma ye betima ya boy ho ban titiro aduane a yedie uye no to nchen a sɛ yɛbɛtenten apɔ mu every day. Broni ka sɛ anaasɛ nhwehwɛmu akyerɛ sɛ so wotumi woyɛ exercise 30 minutes, just 30 minutes 5 days a week a ɛtumi boa yie. Nti no so yɛyi saa nneɛma wei nyinaa firi hɔ nom a na yɛ sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛtenten apɔ mu na yɛtumi yere yɛn ho na yɛtumi bɔ yɛn ho ban free diabetes. Saa sɛ ebi a yɛ diagnose with diabetes a saa nneɛma wei nyinaa nkɔma nkurɔfoɔ a mpɛ sɛ mo prevent diabetes nko a, but ebi koraa yɛ diagnose with diabetes koraa nso a ɛno nso tumi boa yie. Nti ɛno na yɛka ho asɛm bɛyɛ sɛ bosom yɛtwa mu no, na sesei ɛnɛ deɛ no deɛ mede ma mo no yɛ yareɛ bi a yɛfrɛ no prostate cancer. Nti yɛbɛka prostate cancer ho asɛm. Nti no mmerɛ di anim kakra no yɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ afa prostate cancer ho. Deɛ ɛdi kan no na ɛho hia yie paa. Nti no saa prostate cancer ɛyɛ a bosome ɛtɔ so nkron a yɛ September no yɛto asi hɔnom sɛ saa bosome no nyinaa yɛbɛbɔ dawuro afa prostate cancer ho. Nti no deɛ ɛdi kan a yɛbɛka koraa ne sɛ prostate cancer koraa prostate obi ka sɛ prostate no a ɛyɛ dɛn, ɛyɛ deɛ broni ato din sɛ ɛyɛ gland yɛ body part anaasɛ deɛ biribi a ɛyɛ chemicals anaasɛ produce nsuo bi a yɛde yɛ ɛboa nipadua no. Nti no yɛbɛka sɛ ɛyɛ gland, na gland yi ɛwɔ yɛn yɛka sɛ ɛyɛ bladder. Yɛn bladder yɛ baabi a yɛn dwonsɔ kɔgugu na ansa na yɛbɛdwonsɔ no ɛno na ayɛ sɛ bag a yɛn dwonsɔ no hold no. Saa gland yi wɔ bɛrima mu na ɛwɔ bladder n'ase. Na broni bɛka sɛ yɛsɛ ne size nyinaa te sɛ walnut. Ne kɛseɛ nyɛ kɛseɛ bebree biara ɛbɛyɛ 70 grams. So woka ne weight na ɛte sɛ walnut. Na ɛso mfasoɔ koraa ne sɛ ɛho hia yie ɛfiri sɛ prostate no produce juice anaasɛ produce nsuo a ɛboa ma bɛrima tipo no anaasɛ sperms no ɛno na ɛhɔ na munya ma ahoɔden ɛfiri munya aduane firi mu. Ɛno nso na ɛmo a ɛtimi de ɛmo stream fa mu a ɛmotimi ne ɔbaa hyia a na ayɛ afɔme baby no. Nti no saa prostate yi ho hia yie, ho hia paa wɔ kwan bi so a mekyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ ɛno no yɛ ɛkwan a ɛboa ma friends ɛboa ma yɛtimi ɛtoa so awɔ mu ɛne saa no bɛrima ɛho hia ma yɛyie. Ɛnso no ɛtɔ da bi a na saa prostate no cancer akye no. Nti no ɛno ho hia ma yɛka nti na yɛsɛ yɛka ho asɛm na yɛbɔ ho dawuro. Ɛno nti na yɛtu bosome baako asi hɔnom a ɛde ka saa yɛsɛ prostate awareness month no. Yɛkɔ mu hɔ no yɛbɛhunu dekodie nti a ɛne deɛ yɛbɛtumi ayɛ aboa yɛn ho. Yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ ebi abɛka sɛ ɔde ɔyɛ ɔbaa, ebi a ɔde ɔni prostate bi. Nso no ebi anaa wɔ nua bɛrima bi anaa wɔ kunu anaa wɔ ba bɛrima bi anaasɛ friends o papa. Nti no ɛho hia sɛ mbaa ne bɛrima nyinaa bɛtie saa asɛm yi. Dawuro yɛ yɛbɔ na ɛtumi aboa yɛn ama yɛtumi abɔ yɛn ho ban anaa yɛtumi aka kyerɛ yɛ kunu no yɛ friends yɛ maame yɛ nua bɛrima ne yɛ friends yɛ mba nom na mɛtumi de abɔ mo ho ban. Nti no yɛdi kan mɛka ho na sɛ mpɛ sɛ mɛka 2 scenarios anaasɛ abakɔsɔ mmienu a ɛsi ankasa na mɛtumi ahunu sɛdeɛ adeɛ ɛtumi present anaasɛ sɛdeɛ ɛtumi si ba wɔ nipa akwan mu, bɛrima akwan mu. Nti yɛdi kan no mɛka bɛrima bi a no adi mfie 74 bibini na ɔhwɛ no ne friends ne medical history anaasɛ deɛ ne history mu a na oni yareɛ biara, oni diabetes, oni heart attack, oni bibia afei nso na abusua mu no nso na bibia aniwa betumi aka sɛ saa yareɛ ɛnam mu. Na ɔkɔɔ ne doctor hɔ kɔyɛ mpɛnsɛmpɛnsɛmu na ɔmoyɛ blood work na yɛfrɛ blood work baako bi PSA ne kyerɛ sɛ ɛdin kɛseɛ no ne sɛ prostatic surface antigen anaasɛ ɛyɛ test bi a yɛde hwɛ prostate no ahoɔden. Nti no yɛyɛ test no na ne prostate no number yi so sen 4 ɛboro 4 so normal number anywhere between 0 to 4 nti 0 to 4 wo saa ntamu hɔ na saa number no normal ma obia anaasɛ ne be normal ma obi wadi 74 nti no deɛ na wɔsoro kakra ebe 6 onom no na the doctor no because no any symptoms bia no doctor na anhyɛ da anye ho asɛm bia wampɛ ho asɛm bia nka na nti na kyire no eba sɛ ɔkakɔyɛ pensem foforo because no nya jaundice wayɛ sɛ broni bɛka sɛ wayɛ jaundice na sɛ wayɛ yellow kakra nti no kɔyɛ ultrasound akotwa amfoni fa gallbladder no ne yemu noma na omuhu sɛ ne prostate ayɛ kɛseɛ kakra nti no abra amoyɛ jaundice no noma mu yemu sɛ na ne bonyono anaasɛ gallbladder no na stones abamuo ebo wo mu ntam yiye no wie no onyamre sɛ ene prostate no mu hu sɛ nso ayekɛseɛ no nso no ɔpɛpɛ ho asɛm aka nti no ɔpɛ ho asɛm kan no sa akɔyɛ no PSA ni biom na ɛkɔs ɛwɔ soro na mekan na ɛbro 4 no so na 6.92 nti no hu doctor what specialize in na say from urologist na mo yɛ plumbing no your friends saying Johnson ni tubes na ne your friends saying normal boy match so no etimi ba ni nyina yɛ bladder ne de keka ka ho ni nyina na mo yɛ ho adwuma no hu no ka sɛ ɛsɛ yɛ biopsy nti yɛ biopsy no take 12 samples na ampa emu 10 it turning out to be positive for prostate cancer nti no biopsy ni wie na ɔkyerɛkyerɛ ne normal different obetima ayɛ for treatment nti treatment no na normal options ni bi sɛ bi ɛbɛyɛ radiation anaasɛ yɛbɛyɛ surgery na opte sɛ ɔbɛyɛ radiation nti radiation na menkyɛ deɛ radiation ni wie no the prostate PSA na anaasɛ test na they hwɛ prostate na hoɔden no na afei every 6.2 eba 0.9 na afei hu sɛ nyame adom yɛyi yare ne kora afiri hɔ nom kyɛ sɛ deɛ ɛsɛ ɔyɛ sesei ne sɛ ɛsɛ ɔkɔ so na ɔmonitor nti no we yɛ scenario baako a ɛsi ɛmɛsan ho another scenario saa scenario yɛ ɔno deɛ no ɔyɛ younger kakra ɔno adi mfie 43 no time ɔdi 43 no ɔkɔyɛ ne PSA no ɔkɔ doctor hɔ na doctor no ne yearly exam no o decide so behwe PSA no to hwe PSA ni na 3.7 falling within the normal range of mekai and 0 to 4 and so no 0 to 4 ni obia a normal range no doctor nka chen so so normal range is correct okay nti no mo nye bibia 3 years later no ohun say ojo so kana e so kɔhwehwɛ nyesa wan kɔhwehwɛ bia na wagune ho anim asenti no osako hu ni doctor na doctor ne sa ye PSA ni biom osaye PSA na PSA no akosoro PSA 3 years before now ye 3.7 no na akosoro drew 8.5 inti no doctor ne ka chance wo de wunyini ye age ni ye for fem kakra inti no yen try ni treat for say bia bia infection bi na ekoso because infection so affect prostate na it mean map PSA ikosoro nti no your year and say o man antibiotics o taking for 2 weeks ni ko echi no na so ye no sama no ko ye number bi ko ye test ni bi na PSA ne sila was soro na 6.7 or say repeat bi na 8.1 no ka chen say ene say ye biopsy ni making sure say cancer bi ani honom ampanyampa ko ye biopsy no na your friend saying oh yeah 16 samples so take baby different 16 na 6 out of the 16 no positive for prostate cancer into na branty so ekoye no no de ekoye ne surgery in a yi prostate cancer nso free ono into no mama mu two scenarios a kire your friends in mienu a amunya prostate cancer bi na just two scenarios afi ebekọ nyakotie yaka prostate cancer kra ɛho deɛ na ɛbɛtumi ayɛ abɔ ɛho ban ɛba a deɛ na ɛbɛtumi ahunu sɛ okay bi a wei na ɛkɔ so wɔ me wedeɛ mu nti no ɛwɔ sɛ me tɛma so na meyɛ mekɔkɔ hu me doctor anaa mekɔyɛ hu biribi nti no yɛbɛdi kan aka ho yɛ yɛka ne sɛ broni bɛka sɛ incidence of prostate cancer nti yɛbɛka incidence of prostate cancer yɛka incidence of prostate cancer ɛkyerɛ sɛ saa yareɛ koraa yɛka ho asɛm koraa deɛ nti koraa ne ho hia sɛ yɛbɛka ho asɛm how common is it ɛyɛ nipa ahe na ɛwɔ saa yareɛ na yɛhu sɛ yɛhwɛ America man mu a ɛyɛ the second most common cancer among men nsa menka mu biom no nsi sudua bɛma nyinaa sɛ yɛhwɛ yareɛ cancer ɛkɔ so a number 2 cancer yɛ prostate cancer nti wohwɛ a na sɛ ho hia yie paa sɛ yɛbɛbɔ ho dawuro ɛyɛ number 2 on the list now yɛhwɛ wiase fa na nyinaa ɔmo say estimate ne sɛ yɛwɔ 1.6 million cases every year in Kebio, or say 1.6 million people in a more prostate cancer or amphibium, your diagnosis. Now, out of that 1.6 million, almost 400,000 people in a amphibia remove from prostate cancer or prostate related death. It's not Tosha, then American Kwan and war, not a war, your friends saying. Ewiase mfana nyinaa America hankwana deɛ no ɔmo sɛ nipa bɛyɛ 29,000 people in a wu afibia from prostate cancer. That's what we say ɛho hia sɛ ɛsɛ yɛhunu bi ɛfa saa yareɛ ho na yɛhwɛ America a ɛnyɛ baabiara na the friends say incidents na ɛyɛ common wɔ hɔ no baabi wɔ hɔ no a ɛyɛ more common than others. Particularly, you baby before bebree no, is much more common than baby before ni bebree no. Nti no hwɛ baby to say DC in Maryland honum na prostate cancer no wɔ honum numbers no higher wɔ honum. Your friend saying incidents no to nkyɛn a next thing I'm person I'm no discuss age say a normal bɛn na betumi put you at risk of prostate cancer. Nti number 1 age. The who here can see age. Age, I must say, age is the strongest relationship. Age is one of the strongest relationship between your friends and prostate cancer and human beings. Say, prostate cancer has one of the strongest relationship between age and human malignancy. Me kind of brofon the patient say your prostate cancer. Very likely say you betimi the age and now saying fear ye die atoto ho etima ka say okra or risk and or risk in it same nti no ye mo hunu ne say ye hwe mponsem mu a amo ye under 40 years obi a won di 40 obi on di 40 no the risk of prostate cancer is very very low. The highest risk is falling between 65 to 74. Into 65 to 74 honum no in a prostate cancer no ijira kese per year. Into no yehwe a omomodi 65 to 74 no honum na ijira kese but enche se omonko ana emowo sa risky. The who say first one is age. Into no say yehwe a emomoye emodi kan me can say 65 to 74 we ye mo free honum a yewo emomoye your friends say 50 to 64 no etoso then the 80 to 84 no then 85 years plus no answer your bar firma 50 and 50 to 50 to the friends and 64 na afi no wo mo yankra wo bia mo ani nhyere mfie no when fee bebra or risk of prostate cancer near less. Into me can say you can cancer you under 40 a very 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 unlikely say ubenya prostate cancer and now say be diagnosed with prostate cancer. Ye no free one ma the first year who say age. Number 2 ethnicity. You can ethnicity ye can say ye free say ye be before ye abrofo ye free Asia ye free Hefa. Into now you who say prostate cancer is more common in blacks than whites or Hispanics. Nti who say prostate cancer before it any prostate cancer more than your friend saying a fetal for and now free Asia and I say a free South America for a friend was saying we Hispanics. Say you share prostate cancer or America mine more. You who say you 400,000 men before about 165 per every 100,000 men. Into 100,000 men, 165 of them, before and we 100,000, we move 165. It will be prostate cancer. Abra abrofo de be 99. That's all here and before the be more than your friends and 60 points above 60 men above before. Then a moment or so Hispanics, and 80. Into over 100,000 Hispanics and now say over 100,000 men and we are Hispanic origin. You move 80 in the Mubenya, your friends and prostate cancer. Now a more this one Asia for a more free say China ni India no more the 55. Now fe we are new free honma no about American Indians any Alaska for it in a way yes saa study yam ye chiche mu saa ne ye mu hwe wo America for your friends and nipa muti krom ha say nti no ehu said before ehu hia ma your friends and all ethnicity but ehu said before it decline nti ehu hia pa ye ma amo nti no before no enye say before keke ehu say when you fear no na saa yare e more common when before in the first you can age. As we grow older, your friends saying the risk of prostate cancer increases. Number 2, you can say will race and now say will ethnicity. And also no here number 2. Number 3, here family history and now say genetic factors. Into family history so who here ye. You can family history you mean say be as say oma papa and now say who of a be who be no who of ama nua bema and papa nua bema and also brother be will be no sa who of sa family history na put you more at risk than obia only family history. Sa who says I re ya de timifa we can say genetics and I say so be ni can because be a na moja mo nyese obi ma moja na obenya yes na America but say be genetically no o papa na maami ana say be pia o free ba no obusuafo no wo bia etimi increase your risk. Now the one is say enye saa say o papa na so maami ana obi wo bia no so o papa wo bi kura na age a o papa di nya ya na so uncle no di nya ya so hia. This is bia wo of bia onya no below 65 then o risk no quite higher since obi a bia no papa bia na ne of bi nya no at the time anu adi 80 into no so of bia na say o papa bia na say obi ni bia nya bi at a lower age you are more at risk than obi a ne of bia na no papa bi nya at a much older age. Into no me enkai say the dikan you can say friends say age ye nyini no bema ye nyini no na say hwe ho so ye especially prostate cancer. Number 2 before there was a risk more than a fetal for the Hispanics in Asia for before it was more risk than say ye. Number 3 who say family history who here ye family history are there back one your friends and see who area ebi aye maame no ma na papa no na ye ofa no nyaye before bebre no sometimes na ye mfa ye yare enka ye yare enche ye nuanom enka ye yare enche maame no ne ye papa no ne ye busuafo but saa de hu hia ye efise so onim de ekoso obi oye obusuanimu a etimi boa ma obo ho ban ana se bia ma etimi aye akwanye na se bibini na betima hwehwe mu ntem a wetima hwehwe mu ntem no apɛ ho aduro. In the kind of money in some way. Number 4. Pastor.
Yeah, me say uchiache ma di mi kakra na mini ono muti so omonso omoti ase. Ti say Uma statistics no. Me hu yen say ya tuntum no. Ya na e high risk pa. Is there anything anunti ema ye predominantly at higher risk of getting prostate.
Okay. You know, a very good question. Of course, Rebecca, Ediane, normal friends, but sir, and no man so who take all those things into consideration as a be out here, be a near DNA, normally Becky can hold you know. We use no money in every mokrana, and we say somehow near genetics, no, a genetic makeup, no, you put you at risk. You know, and yet very clear, you couldn't before your friends, but you who say from epidemiological studies, no, and we say before you're more at risk. Now, and maybe besides the family history and the genetics, you know, yeah, a bit me or control over a bit my boy, and then a bit cost work can want some, you know, the friends about your addresses are no in next going forward. Now, going right into that, you know, first one here, diet, a duania, no, and remember, be or honoma, a be bois, if you want my shadow and wine cassia. Doma wana wine cassia, must say animal fat. And here we say, a duani be bria, sadie, animal products. You won't want to say, be a red meat, and I said, your friends said chicken, tomato. Yeah, more fat woman. And we say, Sanomano, it promote more prostate cancer risk. In the way you are dear about Quebetimati and Wefrim. And yeah, who say on the converse, you know, a duania, and I say, similarly, no, a duania vegetables, ne instead anymore, no, and also no put here more at risk. It is say, over converse now, a duania, it me who do more vegetables, no, and it me for a quite beast, no, it me protect here, kakra, if free prostate cancer. And we say, pensem, you say, tomato, friends saying, you hear tomato more, chemical be my friend like lycopene. You who say, sa lycopene, say a bois, it me protect nipa from prostate cancer. You know, sa lycopene will prostate, tomato more, it me bois, and me protect, you know, say, who are risk granted to be aware, who to me take his animal will be, but my actually quite. And then who say calcium, ne vitamin D. Calcium, ne vitamin D. Unfortunately, calcium, ne vitamin D. Mom will say increasing risk of prostate cancer. Now, think as a vitamin D, no, any calcium in here. Can say, yeah, friends saying, yes, but make vitamin D, ne, calcium, are free animal products, you know, to say milk. Any cheese, any yogurt, any dairy products, you know, and you know, and no near who say your friends saying increasing risk of prostate cancer. Now, a piano coswa, who says soy products, into soybean, soy milk, and soy products, you know. You who say your dream said there was some chemical bioma, it is estrogen, yeah, and bar hormone. So who says estrogen, and more with these soy products, you know, somehow no, a protectium. So I dear mama, your hypothesis, and answer my suggestion be said, a beer. Now, Asia honum no, the couldn't prostate cancer any hobby brainy because we use a lot of soy products. Into a beer because we this soy products in the brain as compared to other places, no. And in prostate cancer. No. But statistics they share, you know, any America for into no Asia for no more American share more near before more America. Into no share be a diana papa, but it will say Asia 4D soy products into soy products and a bois or Kwame brace. Yeah, yati omega-3 fatty acids, any fish oils. Into omega-3 fatty acids, ya can want some say a bois akomano, a bois reduce your friends or cholesterol or Kwame biso. However, no, you among pension say, sir, a normal way saying and shudder and bois bebre or prostate cancer. It doesn't help in prostate cancer. If anything at all, it increases the risk. Into now who say a normal a boa prostate a boa your friend saying aduane a yɛtumi di ma yɛboa yɛn prostate cancer normal no first of all who say you did more fruits and vegetables are more vegetables are a boy a quine biso. Say ye yere ho na say timi idi more tomatoes I want lycopene and also boy on quine biso. Ena your friend saying young to say a beer and normal bit to say animal products and non boying or a quine be brave so a bit more increase so risk for prostate cancer. You know, you free honoma. The next thing I perceive the sex hormones. You cut sex hormones are the year cano, you cut in Bema mono your hormone in Bema a important work you mono your friend testosterone. Into no conform bre and pensem mu say yeah crass testosterone yeah a one Bema mono. The level say bia obi ade nyepe omo hwe say bia level no affect prostate cancer na say bia omo de wo soro no does it put them more at risk of prostate cancer omo de wo fem no does it put them less at risk of prostate cancer oni mo omo ye research amo hwehwe mu no omo hu say sa the level of testosterone no, it doesn't have anything to do yet omo hu say or anything to do with prostate cancer. Into 9 years, who say a crime so no, Sadia nya de betimi afa e de aka we say. Number the next one I'm mu obesity. Into obesity, ade ba ko a ye hu say obesity wo ye kese aburo so a ye can say affect diabetes. Sisi ya so ye can so say obesity in some boy in my prostate cancer. Into no say ebia why kese aburo so a na so fa kwan bi so a ebia ba yire ho asesa wo or lifestyle no try so better kakra because kese aburo so no mu say eno so no emboa prostate cancer. Ina de make us way ya de question kese ba ko ana kofo pese mu say number of times a bia oni oba da na so ye or ejaculated does it affect prostate cancer when we say ya na there were a lot of discussion about say bia amoka say bia obema bia oni bia oni oba nda bebre no ana say only a lot of sexual activity no or increased prostate cancer risk. Now among two studies are some studies in a retrospective because retrospective I say nkofo na nya cancer wie na ye hwehwe mu because say your friends saying amuntimi say mo fa nkofo amanya cancer na wie ni ahwe emo lifestyle mo ahwe say how many times na bi amunya sexual activity and na say emo ye emo ejaculate na emo ye mpensem no two studies na two studies ni nyina show say Bema during the time or between the 20s and the 30s now. So during that time no, so bia or a lot of encounters, sexual activity encounters it may buano to be protected further on later on in life from prostate cancer. Now, sir, your friends studies here again are limited. You may can say a limitation because the amu say amo share back the mubusan for say how many times maybe we did between 20 and 30 now how many times now maybe when you're bare share now say now we ejaculating into now our limitations but so two studies we show say remember amo can say amo ne amo year between their 20s and 30s now amo ejaculate about 21 times per month compared to obia or say or in your sexual interaction 4 to 7 times per month no between your 20 to 29 ages no amo ka bebre na amo ka say 21 times no amo no mu say more much less risk of prostate cancer than compared to obia or can say or less, and this was only limited to the period of time and between your friends saying age between the age of 20 to 29. It was an study a quite bit so bit per muaba and so no limited takra. Okay. Into no sa a normal way say a normal me kind no a normal ye bit my hu bibi. Number one, a biania ye die yɛkeka bebree fa animal fat, yɛka ho fa tomato ho, yɛka fa your friends and soy products, yɛka sɛ calcium ne vitamin D a yɛnya ne free milk ne dairy products ne nhyɛ da mboa yɛn bebree. Yɛka sɛ your friends and soy product yɛ very protective. Yɛka sɛ omega fatty acids nhyɛ da mboa yɛn wɔ kwan bebree so ɛba prostate cancer. Ne yɛka sɛ hormones, mmarima hormones nso testosterone ne yɛ high anaa low a affect prostate cancer. Yɛka sɛ obesity increase your risk of prostate cancer. In a saka say studies are show say mbema mo say amone mba ihyia ya na say amo ejaculate more between the ages of 20 to 29 no or later on no it protect amo from prostate cancer. Acho.
But you me person me busa question we say now we say what can be before lycopene. Na when him say kuro yi mu a tomatoes dɔɔso paa ɛwɔ species no bebree nketewa wɔ hɔ na ebi nso yɛ kɛseɛ na ebi nso kɛseɛ no koraa bi yɛ round ebi nso yɛ hwɛhwɛ a nti saa lycopene a wɔka ho asɛm yi ɛwɔ ebi wɔ tomatoes no nyinaa mu ana ebi wɔ ebi nim.
Pa the lycopene no nyame adom ɛwɔ tomatoes no nyinaa mu ɛno ka ho na ɛma no nya saa ne red color no. Nti saa lycopene no ɛwɔ tomatoes ni nyinaa mu ɛsɛ kɛse o round a vine o ɛyɛ nketewa o friends ni nyinaa nyame adom ni nyinaa wɔ mu the obi bɛka sɛ saa lycopene yi na sɛ yɛ process tomatoes na destroy na sometimes aduane bebree no process bi a wanoa saa no na lose nutrients ni bi wɔ asila no sila ubenya even kra saa meka ne simple say bia tin tomatoes ne tomatoes ya kan ne ene se wo no ade ye nko wo de ye abomu na ade we ni nyina be wo ebi wo ni nyina mu bi but ya na ye no aduane na ya na ebi wo no ya destroy some of the nutrients na wo mu no but sila no sila be nya bi wo
question that toss me no omega oil na o ka ho asem say yeah na nkofo kasa omega oil a very rich source of oil boa vitamin D ne nema ewo anye free mo de boa ye nipadua no to the sense say ya bi kura capsule de madru and this say no ya hu say mema so increase higher risk of PC enti no ekwan so na say me ya mame ya prescribe do to say omega oil mame kwan so na mefa na mefa so a de be nsusanso na me dwene ho se bia bitima de abam so.
A very good question. You know, omega friends and 3 fatty acids no who said there's an increased risk. However, you who so say there were a lot of benefits when about cardiac your friends say by a common more seminar. And he's saying it may reduce your friends or triglycerides and now cholesterol no or quite be so. Now cholesterol and triglycerides yeah and then a couple that or blood vessels na mo etmenya heart attack no na abra ase nti no wo hwe akwan bi so a eboa akwan bi so wo hon ma enhyeda ye hu se bi a there's an increased risk nti no the mechanism normal no bi won ma akwan bi won ma eboa na no bi wa friends na ye say balance nti se bi a o doctor ahwe no hu se wo triglycerides ni high and also your friends saying cholesterol no normal no say be boa na catch you say 4 grams as a capsule there no bia na say who say eno no benefit no even though I want risk no outweigh risk na yes say a bit more increase your risk of prostate cancer na PC no into no quite the brain no so no yeah normal ya no ya na ye weigh no balance mo ye weigh say boa more sense affect wa na say say ne eboa eboa nti the time bi e beka say giro ho efa omega your friends and fatty acids no na e hu say bi a ebeboa wakoma nti no eno sa no o fa ne sa na eboa wo mu say betma increase your risk no but no be wo ho so betmi na ya betma reduce your risk for prostate cancer.
That's it.
Okay. Nti ya koso asese no we obusa se na me kra de atema wo kan bebre ne bene kra no mahunu se prostate cancer kra no obi anase me nya bi anase de na metima ya metima bom ho ban de na me nhwehwe fo nti no ye di kan ene se unfortunate, but a quite business no, a bit my who be. And he said, very rare, say, will be presented with symptoms for prostate cancer. Into prostate cancer, dear, a bit my show home, and so a beer unim. The city, Mississippi kind, no, a share. Yɛn blood anase na yɛ ketewa bi na ɛhyɛ hɔ nti sometimes no ebi a na ɛwɔ hɔ nom a atɔ kyima nso na yɛnim ɛkwan a yɛbɛhunu na utie yie na sɛ bi a wonya symptoms na ɛsɛ wohwɛ out no ebi ne sɛ bi a wodwo nso a na mogya wɔ mu nti sɛ bɛrima wodwo nso na sɛ mogya wɔ mu a hu sɛ ɛnyɛ common ɛnyɛ normal ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɛsɛ wo taking it likely koraa ɛnyɛ adeɛ a wobɛtoto n'ase koraa. Ebi one my be ani bema be a bema only oba dana se be a o sperms ne ba na se mogya wo mu a eno nso nye normal enso ya de a se wo pɛ ho asɛm na wo hu doctor Ntim. Ebi ni one ma sometimes ebi a wo dwonso a untime dwonso bema bi a oni fi kakra wo kɔso wo pɛ so dwonso a wo try so dwonso a dwonso no mba se de esi ba eno usually no ebi a na prostate na aye kɛseɛ. Thank God. Most of the time, the prostate in your and just say prostate cancer. Most of it, yes, say prostate nana or no why casiana or mountain Johnson. The friend benign prostatic hypertrophy and now BPH. So BPH in much more common than prostate cancer. But say be a Johnson as a Untimin Johnson, Miss Sarah, you not go doctor because a quine bisono, a bit my say prostate cancer now presenting like that. Ena ebi one ma Johnson kawa ebi a Johnson kan one tumika an pe bathroom bi an kosesi a ubegu ho anim ase saa edkwan so nso ebi a prostate aye kese a irritate wo nti no saa ade ya ade a ese wo hwe ne ye se bi a se utimi Johnson kawa ehun hia so boka ko Johnson but all of a sudden wo hwe a Johnson kawa pe na so tumika ko bathroom saa de etimi bo nkan ye se ese okokoko ye friends again, we submit my a sign of BPH, a benign and cancer. And I say, dear, Johnson to sign, if you are not a one, a swab brassy. Sir, your friend saying, symptom dear, very common. It will BPH, and I say, the cancer, no cancer, prostate in a keke, and so no. Cancer suit me man yes sir. Ina ebia anajo to me das won sorry nko Johnson. All of a sudden, afi anajo na bia so sorry. We sorry 1 or 2 times ko Johnson. Ene ya de a so nso bon ho kaye ka say de na ekoso. Yes na mete. Nso no unfortunately no most of the time no prostate cancer wo ho no ma unya symptoms bia. Nti na say ye hwe kwan foforo a ye betimi de ama yetimi ehunu Ntim because cancer de nyina is throat cancer. Nso no Wonya cancer na so wonya Ntim a kwan bebre wo ho no ma wobetime nya treatment etime nya cure from it na say you betime tu yare na sekura
ya doc with symptoms here working na obi o na ono so na wo diabetes a ebi a onya higher blood sugar level etime ma no ekọ Johnson rough sa the kwan be na obetime ahunu so ya da prostate symptoms and the diabetes symptoms.
Very good. Into now, obi what diabetes symptoms now. Your friend saying sugar cosra and pat a woman so woman aka Johnson show so tell be an so Johnson because sugar ni percent about na sugar ni be back out for urine no. Prostate diana say wo ka Johnson show na ebi one ma boy say na bia wo Johnson ahoɔden nim into now strength na ebi a wo de to Johnson ebi a encourse dey say ekɔ no ebi kura wo pɛ sɛ wo Johnson a na ebi a so wo try so wo chim kakra ansa Johnson atimi aba nti no na otime release Johnson no diabetes ma wo nya sa symptoms diabetes dey be yan say wo be sorry akakọ Johnson show na say living kra na say overlapping na say when in doubt na it's always good to have it checked out because ebi na diabetes but ebi so ana because what diabetes and so be what diabetes and diabetes na man intimi man intimi any more aware of himself, man, in try say, or be taking precautions, it is be taking precaution, maybe asem boniatono. Internet say, a beer or diabetes, all of a sudden, no one says, so sorry, sure. That's what sugar, yeah, good. sugar and be a control. That's what we say before for an echo so. Say, Bia, O Johnson, and that's what we say, Johnson on to sign. I saw Chimka cancer, Johnson, wait, imagine, sir. That's what we say, and yet diabetes inquire, a Bia be before from one each. They know better my boy, what difference. You know,
me pacho na no wo Johnson na ya wo sign bi ase pen bi wo mu na say pen bi am say wo Johnson na pen bi wo mu na de bi as Johnson no ba sure no de be na de sa de ne ba.
you know, usually no prostate cancer and cause pain. Initial portion now, initial time now, we say glue. Now to me born home by no. Sometimes then cause pain. Usually now, unfortunately, cancer most of the time the cancer and cause pain say shasia. Ebe cause pain in the time I started a didia comuna, a be a spread, a be affecting nerves, a be na a grow too fast. A do that time now, a cause pain now. Usually in a do that time, maybe a corner nim ye. You know, say be as a kind of breast cancer, now say any type of cancer, and usually no. A best now, Satama ubetimi and who in Taman Kabetima bon mobile and cause pain. So what Johnson say wunya pain. Most of the time, no, not all the time, but most of the time, yani be a infection. Infection a man cause pain to be when you urinary tract infection, and I say be when you be a friend of prostatitis. I know see infection of the prostate. And no, usually no near cancer in so which also na pain most of the time no the infection. Say prostate cancer, and I say prostate cancer no unfortunately na be a do a check akra I start affecting nerves no. Now you see ehunu in Ntim because ehunu in Ntim now betima ye hu bibi a e betima protect you na betima nya cure cry from it. And no yeah ehunu in Ntim na so nya utriti then you have that cure from it.
Yeah, so go there. Me ma un chair home. Me say question. I don't know what say ehunu. So nti ehunu ama wa ya se ho ehunu nya kese a obehu.
Nti na baby a hye no enya de a eye hidden and I say a share wa ya se honom na ehye blood ano ene bone na wo honom no. Nti na ehunu kese ma unhu se bibia betua honom because abonten honom no bone na wo honom nti mi unhu no fa bone no. By the time we go bone no na I started a cause pain. Ena the bayan says ehunu kosoro na e push bladder no. Nti na no the mo ehunu ni say bladder no e ma untimi na be affect Johnson ntimi mba sho say they say si bana na say e be ma time bia na Johnson di wa na say e bia na your friends saying Johnson do one pen ho asem anka na be Johnson go ho. Nti no baby e sha nti no by the time I say bia ntimi nhunu ma unhu say aba abonten a betuma say oh ade pompo na abom ha say a e ba abonten betuma ye nti unfortunately sir and e man ye tricky kakra.
I'm sure o kan bibi fa sex no. Nti se me obi na say ahono me ne me yere ye sex a Kwame fa so ejaculate no enya impact bia enya me ya na bibi sa ma me hu se bibi di sa e wo ho.
You know you know say your friend saying join ejaculation no the betima amotima hu se bibi sa wo honom ye say bia say affected blood vessels ama moja ba ejaculant no na say semen no mu a ene beboa wo but say pain pa say there unless a drew a mirror accord into the nerves. No, and affecting never and cause pain to say there. Ebe my friend saying when you're pain in pain there. Yeah, usually now cancer pain probably almost to the end now. I started spread bone it grow too fast. Now we saying but say during ejaculation the baby say affecting na affect semen na eba no. Prostatic juice na produce na bi ana moja abam nti na eno be hu moja wom but pain per se pa de enye very common symptom a ube hu.
Yeah, out of curiosity obi be some questions na emma so mutimi nya prostate bi
na me adom mba ntimi nya prostate cancer ni bi we ye mba ma yare because mba any prostate nti no emu ni bi ye friend saying ade a gland mbema ne ewo nti ne bɛrima na ɛwɔ saa gland yi a ɛwɔ between ɛmo bladder ɛne ɛmo bladder ne yɛfrɛ sɛn ɛmo perineum hɔnom no muscle na ɛwɔ hɔnom na ɛhyɛ mbaa ni bi nti no nyame adom mbaa deɛ moyɛ protected nso no ho hia sɛ mbaa betie saa asɛm yi because ebi a na wɔ kunu bi anaa wɔ ɔba bi anaa sɛ wɔ papa anaa wɔ ɔfa bi a wopɛ n'asɛm yi anaa wɔ nipa bi a wone ne suan a wobɛtumi de saa asɛm yi ama no a ɛnso bɛboa no ɔkwan bebree so nti no yɛkɔ so a then yɛhwɛ signs and yɛhwɛ symptoms ni nyinaa wie no then wokɔhu doctor a o doctor timi palpate ɔde ne nsa fa otu hole hɔnom anaasɛ oturu mu hɔnom no na ɔde atry sɛ ɔde bɛfili prostate no sɛ nem si di kan kaeɛ no prostate no ɛwɔ between bladder no ne rectum no ne muscles ɛwɔ hɔnom no nti no sɛ ɔde ne nsa hyɛ hɔnom a ebi wɔ hɔnom a otumi de ne nsa ifili prostate no sɛ prostate no ayɛ apɔapɔ a ɛma ne tumi hu sɛ wei deɛ biribi wɔ hɔnom a ɛyɛ sɛ ɛkɔhwɛ however no ɛsɛ ehu sɛ doctor ne de ne nsa hyɛ hɔnom no a nyɛ tɛ biara na otumi fili because baabi a ɛbɛn yɛ friend sɛ rectum hɔnom no ɛno hɔnom na obɛtumi afili sɛ ebi a ɛbɛn bladder hɔ no a examine a ontumi examine wɔ hɔ nti no wei no ɛboa but sɛ doctor mfili bibi a ɛnkyerɛ sɛ bibi a ɛni hɔ no nti no then the next step yɛ saa PSA yɛ a medi kan kaeɛ PSA no yɛ ɛyɛ protein anaasɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a prostate no nko ara na ɛyɛ prostate no nko ara na produce saa PSA no nti no mbaa ɛni saa PSA no bi mbɛrima wɔ saa PSA yi bi na saa prostate no na produce saa PSA no numbers no yɛnim sɛ usually no ɛyɛ between 0 to 4 nti no sɛ wokɔ doctor ɔno so general physical once a year ɔkɔ no so ɔkyɛke na sɛ saa PSA ɛkɔ soro a then ɛsɛ ɔtumi sɛ deɛ na ɛkɔ so ade manya prostate cancer anaasɛ nyɛ prostate cancer kɔ ɛtumi a PSA no kɔ so prostatitis am kan infection betumi ma na kɔ soro number 3 ebetumi ayɛ sɛ BPH betumi ma na kɔ soro nti no ho hia kɛseɛ sɛ saa PSA yɛbɛkyɛke usually the recommendation is say obi a wedi above 40 bia because if the guy can say below 40 no prostate cancer is very rare but obi a odi more than 40 bia no so checking unfortunately no say bia when your prostate cancer ni bia then oba say bia when you 45 then oba no say ono no on train do 40 as was start checking so checking about 10 years before that 45 and it so no start checking 35 on now yehwe number na mo trending number na say number no kosora and it be born kaye ma hu say dey na e kosore into number 1 you look out for symptoms number 2 PSA no ehu hia yie na PSA no kra no ye koso ka me hu say me can say between 0 to 4 in a year normal and also no enye saa keke because so called different age category obia dey different it is a bia we between 40 to 49 o PSA no say anywhere from 0 to 2.5 even though a 4 year normal no say bia 3 so say saa 3 no too high for you we between 50 to 59 PSA the number is 0 to 3.5 and so 60 we 60 now equal na 0 to 4 ina you can say normal for bema bia into no dear ehun hia kese and say you do more than 40 every year bia no and say okona o doctor check you out and say okona or check say o prostate level no saying and say o check it didn't nsa examine o prostate in say apo bia ba mu ana say aye kese abro so a nti no say your friend say doctor no ye bibisa no hu sa symptoms na say hu say bibi koso sa na the next step and say so or your biopsy nti no biopsy no a very little procedure will take a sample or the needle no take different samples from different portions of the prostate you take samples now will take we na and the one matimu say ampa bibi wo hono ma na say bibi say ni hono nti the me yama kwa we but the mechanic say the nipa bebre me sure say when your prostate cancer, a person who said, na ade kra a quite ben so na you treat it yare. Number 1, you can't be your friend be active surveillance. Active surveillance. Active surveillance, yeah. In Bema, a be a prostate cancer, be a mania fee. A be ana wedi 80, 90, one no man now say, be ana the prostate cancer, we in a cacrabina, almost affect prostate in cacrabi. Almost ano, umutimi case, yeah, dear, ye beshe, ye be coswashe. Ayɛ mpɛnsɛmpɛnsɛmu ebi a afe biara yɛyɛ mpɛnsɛmpɛnsɛmu nhwɛ sɛ prostate cancer no anaasɛ bi a 6 months biara yɛkyɛke PSA no yɛtwa mfonyin ne ahwɛ sɛ spread anaasɛ bibi nti ɛhu sɛ spread a anaasɛ ɛyɛ kɛse a at that time no na ma yɛ treatment saa active surveillance no ɛyɛ adeɛ a yɛtumi yɛ a kyerɛ sɛ ɛno no saa no ɛnyɛ adeɛ a yɛtreat saa prostate cancer no at that time. Number 2, it may treat prostate cancer with surgery. Surgery a kwan baako a it may treat prostate cancer no. Uko surgery na urologist no, mbetuma ye surgery no bibi the robotic and ase mbetwa ketewa bi and laparoscopic na makom dem tubes akom na makakoyi prostate na free hono. And ase ebi wo metimi twa kese na no nso no ye de yi prostate cancer na free hono. Into number 1, active surveillance. Number 2, surgery and the cure. So we say. Then number 3, so now it may treat you with radiation. Radiation, you have 2 types. Radiation, they are the kind of it may external radiation. Yeah, best planning say, okay, na market area honum no, na machine no honum that machine no na a radiation therapy no. Until be a overcall for a Monday through Friday, maybe I'll call 40 cycles and I say, Doctor, how big it is now. I hear radiation, amount. To one surgery, with me radiation. Another radiation type be one and friend of brachytherapy. And no, so yeah, idea. The more you say, surgeon, for radiation seedlings, and I say, radioactive material. Now, or the same radioactive material, no, what they share prostate, in chain. Into some radioactive material, no, a burn it off, and I say a blasted prostate cells, no, na accumulating in every honor. Into no, and no, number 2, it me, and near friend of brachytherapy into radiation, no, either say a external beam radiation, and I say, brachytherapy. And sometimes, you could be a friend of hormonal therapy. Hormonal therapy, idea, who say Bema hormone, testosterone, I'm D kind, and causing prostate cancer. And so, no, say, I say, what's with ya? Now they petrol eguso. Testosterone money, Jano, a benipa ye. And I say, my friend saying, gasoline, and I say petrol, and I say gas, no, Emma, my friend saying, Emma, a Jana Benny ye. Sana testosterone ye. Internet say, and to me, surgery and ye. Prostate cancer and free and radiation and cook prostate cells and answer cancer cells now. Then another way and say you treat it with hormone therapy. Hormone therapy now a quite back on say a more draw and a more injections via a more testosterone levels about down about female. And I say the multimi and say Bema testicles and I say you can say we can cast more sure no ye if free honum because honum that testosterone is free back into say Ntim surgery, Ntim in prostate cancer, and free one man now, Ntim radiation therapy. Then it be a bit more draw, a bit more testosterone, not confirm, and now sometimes, testis ni free one, testis ni free one man. Now I say, testosterone levels now fem. And finally, say, unfortunately, say, be a prostate cancer now spread. A spread called bone, a spread called lung, a spread called sometimes going to be spread called brain. So a spread called brain, a spread called baby brain. Then sometimes, we use chemotherapy. Chemotherapy, for advanced prostate cancer. A chemotherapy now, and no targeted cells now, a war a spread, any prostate cells, now try say, it be kuno off. And some people on so honma, if you want maybe I'll be in the near fee. Ebia say any of these treatment na eno kura be kuna say bia ono a na me be friend na obe friend no ntino your friend say e bia na sa treatment no na meka say time bia no ya na balance no ma nti say treatment no be kun compared to your friends and yare na nkra be kun dia then sometimes nkofo bi won ma yenye bibia eno a say be hwe say bia say a cobble mu na say cobe bia na treat e bia pain and na say bia say or problem with urination e bia na the catheter show and say eno sa no your friends saying just treating the symptoms na prostate cancer na cause na. To wrap up no mesama kabium treatment no options no number 1 your friend active surveillance ne say wo ya re no your ma treatment bia you watch you closely you hwe say ye kese a you be treat but enye kese a you watch you closely so onya symptoms be be treat you know you watch you very closely to be every 3 months it be every 6 months ukoye blood work and I say ukoye your friends ukotwa mfoni ifa prostate no. Number 2 surgery no you bet my surgery aye ne kese a ye twa wo kese wo ya ase ho no and I say sometimes na mutimi ye small your friend robotic or radical robotic surgery and also laparoscopic surgery and small incisions. Number 3 radiation therapy no 2 types e be a wakakodo na machine no send the radiation no radioactive your friends and beams no to kill off the prostate cells any cancer cells no. And another option say the seedlings the radioactive seedlings kako share prostate no honum ti na local therapy radioactive therapy no kill prostate no honum. Now number 4 hormone therapy either say e be ma a drug be reduce o be ma hormone e friend testosterone no and I say ye beka ko you testis na free honum meka testis ameka sure no be ma sure na e be yi sa testis na free na testosterone level na confirm testosterone na cause prostate cancer however no I say the other gasoline go fire so it mean man e burn more nti no o pese o brass ya utimi yesa na the treatment in the chemotherapy na chemotherapy ni ye reserved for say be a spread ko baby a na de eno nye chara nye treatment but say be a your friends saying obinya prostate cancer ni hu say treatment ni be kuno kransa ono a bibi fufu be kuna eno no ye nya ho hwe ye try say e be so normal symptoms a ipako no inya friends ana nti no me be si so bi wo question bi ana ya answer
Yore doc da was pa me wo question bi a mebusa na beza me da was bi your time no is way spent ya man Ntim nti o ma e break akra bi na etima ya dia bi du dia edu na asam ehia me anze ehia me ma pa yi be ma bi ho no ma onim se me wo me nya prostate bi se me koye these 4 types of treatment out there my but me sure say me koye anhwa na me be man sori bi. What is the percentage of say Mikoya Mebema intimate sorry as against Mebema Besso?
Okay, very good question. When it depending upon the type of treatment we go through. Percentages really depending upon type of treatment we go through. For instance, say treatment be to say your friends say radiation therapy. Radiation therapy hardly never affect say be impotent and yet a very low risk of impotence. I know your idea back one your friends and treatment back one we bet my opt for who said who compare radiation to surgery almost equivalent say because almost equivalent in terms of effective efficacy in treatment for the first 10 years almost equivalent who said surgery is a little better after 10 years say I remember surgery was much lower risk. Into radiation therapy, it was lower risk of say a cause your friends saying impotence. Surgery was higher risk of that. However, no surgery it depending upon surgery na or because a surgery na or your skilled surgeon why yet surgery way be bria Then our less complication with prostate and with impotence. Saying obia onye bebre no. Who here say your friend saying age udinya yare no enso can enso no influence how frequent or how otherwise your friend saying prostate cancer no because impotence no complication ubenya. It is a beer surgery no, at a lower age between 40 to 50 honor you have a much can say be about 70% of your friends a 30% risk of impotence, permanent impotence, whereas say a beer surgery no a beer no 79 75 or corner or risk of impotence no higher since will be or younger. Usually after surgery a be up to their first 6 months to a year we have temporary impotence, but depending again upon the age your friends saying surgery skill in a bit influence BB to say other things like active surveillance and it more it doesn't affect impotence in a hormonal therapy would typically not affect impotence. As your friend saying, it will not change your friend saying potency much. It can affect the because testosterone level no low, but affecting no kesiye bebre to say maybe a surgery. Then number one affect side anymore. In a chemotherapy so no sign so no affecting first no was a question with a straightforward question, but I can't be brave because even though it's straightforward question, it depends upon the modality of treatment. Surgery being the one that has the highest risk of impotence. And the other thing here, age, if you treating no, in a person may experience some temporary impotence, but typically no, your friends saying with time no, potency no cyber back. In a say God forbid to be cry in your impotent. Say no more different your friends and treatment options including your friends saying penile prosthesis say implant it me treat your friends saying impotence.
Dr. Ntim cardiologist Florida or practices here on this how to say a brain. Say mumu bebre on ya na mutie message anadwo amodan enu tunu ye wakoma say your phone numbers 240280263 no na your text number 510931096 no and so betimi attest to question be a person who say be free because we are addition ukoto and I say unye obi obenya kwanya church saadi we mu na di ba bia just say oba sa era one line so hana ubenya sanchichim question a person obi say bia na haso na betimi nye free nti ne yesra mo munya sa message a mon share to people na no mo wo papa bi wa shema papa mon hwe wo papa bi wa shema wo fa wo nua bi a shema no mema ya de nkwa ne kan se me hu hia yie bi se mema bebre won ma nya prostate bi wa yenim nya bi zo ma yen test kra the science and the treatment ne ho ne menyina na Dr. Ntim edi amayen na se mpesa me dado Ntim aspa yie yenim se next week no questions bi bia no e be ba mu ma so what when yakwa chichi ma chire nyina na me mfa wo mo hwe so da mu nyina no wo yire no obusuafo nyina ye be hia bio me da wase pi era one and health is well protected no na ye chire no bibre ye de nyame jatie fo nyina nyame hyehyira mu nyina mma ba